Feel to hear the crowd chanting your name.
It was like a surreal moment. It felt great just to hear the crowd chanting your name. For me to have a phenomenal game like that, I mean, that's like something that you really do, especially here in North Carolina. So I'm all smiles.
When you're playing like that in the moment, like on the court, like, what are you feeling?
I'm in the zone. I mean, I feel like I'm in my backyard, just out there, just hooping, just trying things out. I think it's like a zone that every hooper knows. Like when you're just in that zone, it's hard to get out of, and there's nothing like you can't hear anything. You just see the ball in the basket, and that's not the type of zone I was in tonight.
Did you know you were on the cusp of a career high, and that's why?
Yeah, I knew I had 30, so I'm like, I told Ellie, I said, bro, I need like at least 32 or 32 plus. So I didn't want to time like it, so I'm glad I got 32.
RJ, how do you feel about the way your zone that you're in right now is translating, throughout the entire team, especially during this winning streak? You guys winning all these games by double digits, and they're following your lead on this, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, for us to capitalize off these wins and do the things that we're doing as a team is great. But I think, all of us win and all of us eat. And we're doing a phenomenal job of just, playing Carolina basketball and our brand of basketball. It's fun to watch and see we're fun to play. So, and then the credit's not all to me, it's all to my teammates. They do a good job of just, knowing when to find me and vice versa. So, the chemistry is real for this team. I'm sorry?
What actions were really working for you on the drives you were making?
Yeah, they were like in the drop coverage, so I was able to kind of get to my spots, whether that was a pull-up, finish always strong at the rim, or a floater, and it was working all night for me.
RJ, I didn't hear his question, but it looked to me like you got going with the drive. What did you see that you were able to get to the rim a lot in the first half, and that set up a lot of other stuff later on? Everybody was able to get to the rim after a while.
I feel like my first two shots, I believe, I settled for three. Coach Davis always said I was able to, kind of off the curl pin downs, I was able to get to the rim. And that's what I saw. So after the shots weren't really going down from three, had to be more aggressive and trusting going to the paint. And what was working was a floater and finishing strong, either get fouled or finishing through contact. So that's what was working, and I got downhill all game.
In this first half, 6 of the team's first 10 shots were threes. Only 2 of the next 20 were threes. Was that something that Hubert talked to you guys about, or was it just how things played out?
I mean, that was one of the key emphasis, key points going to this game was living the paint. Obviously, we could really shoot the ball well from the three, but what was working was dominant points in the paint, whether that was guards that finished at the rim or dumbing it down over the monitor. So we got that going in the second half and realized that once we was able to, kind of break their ball coverage, we was able to get whatever we wanted.
RJ, most points by a Tar Heel since 2016 with Bryce Johnson at 39. Most points by a Tar Heel in this building since Tyler Hansbrough in 2008. What does that mean to you?
I mean, that means a lot. Just to know, there's a lot of, great players that came through here and just a lot of players that put a lot of points up on the board. So, I mean, just for me to be amongst this list, I mean, it's just all glory to God. I'm just super fortunate and grateful for the opportunity in the game I had today.
What did Coach Davis tell you guys at halftime?
He got on us. There was a lot of yelling. And, basically told us that they don't feel our presence. And, they're a good basketball team. They do a good job of kind of just being physical with their drives and finishing and kind of getting us in foul trouble. So we try to make a stand on the defensive end, and the offense will come. And that's what happened.
Going off, the history that you're making. You said earlier this season that you think little RJ would be really proud of big RJ.
Yeah.
After this stretch and so many more accomplishments, what does it mean to know that you're really leading by example to not only your teammates but the next generation?
I mean, it means a lot. I mean, I think that's something that I haven't really thought about. It's great to hear you ask that. So just in terms of leaving a legacy on, not for myself but for the next generation. I mean, it's just something that I just got to continue to stay humble and know what got me here. And that was hard work and staying down. And through it all, and I'm just going to continue to keep doing that. I know I got a lot left to improve in different aspects, but I'm definitely just enjoy this moment and kind of stay present, but at the same time also kind of just be the leader, be the true leader I know I am.
Was ACC Player of the Year one of your goals coming into the season, and has it developed into one of your goals?
I don't really like to discuss my goals out loud, so we'll see how that end of the year.
RJ,
What areas
have you reached a point where you just sense when the team needs you to just kind of put them on your shoulders for 3-minute sequences? And did you have that point tonight, especially in the first half?
I just know from my standpoint, just always be aggressive, no matter if we're up or down. Just always be in the tackle because I feel like that's better for the team and it's an advantage for us, whether I'm scoring or dishing it out for others. So I just happened to be in a situation in the zone where everything just felt like if I shot it was going in. So I think that's good for us, but at the same time, I know my teammates, trust me and I trust them. So it may be me one game, but I know for a fact that it can be somebody else the next game. And that's what just speaks for this team, and just super fortunate for it to happen for me.
When you're serious, if you raise your game?
Shooting, I think I was always a good shooter, but just to be able to get my shot release quicker from bigger defenders, floaters, my handles, reading the ball coverages a little bit better. I think that was my next step into becoming the player I know I can become. And overall, taking a stand defensively, I think I've been doing a better job of kind of guarding my man, especially from my size, just playing defense and being a leader. We had a lot of new players coming in this year, and a lot of players that haven't been in the position that me and Mono were in a couple of years ago. So that's what I've been working.
How much is Elliott in his playmaking ability do that too?
Yeah, Elliott's great. He's a great playmaker, great teammate to play with, and just an overall, he's always looking, to find you. And I think that's something, that chemistry that me and him built along the way. I know he's gonna look for me and vice versa. So I love playing with Elliott. He's a great point guard. He's a great teammate to have, and overall great playmaker.
When you were sitting there at halftime getting chewed out, were you thinking to yourself, I've got to come out and assert myself for us to win this game in the second half?
I was just out, told myself just to come out and just play, Carolina basketball and just do what I know that I can. I've been practicing in practice and overall just be aggressive. That was like the main tone, the main thing. And setting the tone. I know in the second half, it took me kind of think we took like 3 bad shots at the start of it. And we had like little lapses, so just kind of getting the game under control a little bit, but it kind of extended the lead. I know like it was too much of a close game where I knew where we could have extended the lead from get to a 10-point lead at least. So.
Even after you made those 2 threes at the next time out, he lit into you guys again.
Yeah, because he wasn't satisfied. But I think that's also good for us because it's not trying to get too complacent, too comfortable with the lead. Rolly was up 7 maybe. And you wanted to be up more. So I truly admire that from Coach Davis because one thing about him, he's never comfortable. He's always hungry for more.
When you had 30, RJ, how aware were you that you tied your career high?
I was aware. Like I told Elliot, I said I need 2 more at least.
He said that.
I said that. Yeah.
So you were chasing it a little bit?
Yeah.
He said he told you that you had to get it too. He was going to.
Yeah, he told me. He said you better get 32. I said I'm trying to get 40.
It seemed like once you had, then you were like, shoot, I'm just going to keep going, right?
Yeah, I was trying to get 40, but they said yeah, so it's all good.
Harris? Looked like the floaters were kind of working for you. You had a lot of those.
Yeah.
What kind of allowed you to kind of get to that shot, and just what was working for you in there?
When I got off the screen, the guard was chasing over me, and the big was out in drop coverage, so right around below the free throw line, so I was able to. Not kind of settle for my mid-range, because I know that's what the defense wanted, but kind of, get into deep into the paint, whether that's a floater or finishing high off the rim. So, but the flows was working today, so that was good.
Fans were chanting your name. I heard you talk about it a little earlier, but you were smiling on the bench, going over. Just talk me through some of those moments. What's in your mind?
That's just like probably the greatest feeling you can have, just as a player, and especially a player at Carolina. The fan base is here is real. Everyone loves to support you. So for everyone in the whole arena just to chant my name, that's something I'll remember forever. But I was just, I just had smiles on my face.
Sorry, but I got a Hubert question for
What's
you.
up?
Last year, we would sometimes, especially on the road, you guys would have some rough first half.
Yeah.
And you talk about Hubert going off at you guys halftime. We tried to get you guys saying he cussed or not, and he never did, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
So I was just asking Harrison if he has a go-to word that's almost like a cuss word to Hubert. And he said fart.
Yeah.
He says that all the time. What the fart are you guys doing out there? How many of those did you get tonight?
Let me see.
Especially at halftime.
I think we got one at half. Nah, we didn't get one at halftime. It might have been on the bench.
He said there was definitely one on the bench during one of the
I think
timeouts.
definitely
He said there was
on
one
the
at halftime. But Harrison likes to play it up sometimes.
Yeah, I can't recall for one from halftime, but I do. On the bench, probably there was one.
But when he goes to that word,
Yeah.
does he just kind of carry a little something extra?
I mean, you can just see the energy like around him, like as he's going on to say it. It's like he means business, so it's like. So for me, all right, coach, we got you.
I'm thinking if a cuss word ever happens, you're going to come out and tell us, right?
Nah.
We're going to ask that.
I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep him. That's saying that he doesn't curse.
Well, you haven't been that many situations.
Yeah, we haven't. I haven't had a situation that he cursed yet, so.
I think the closest.
It might come up soon.
I think the closest you said last year was at Notre Dame. If you remember that first half.
Oh yeah, that was terrible. That was terrible.
Does he have any other like